When a Dubai princess broke centuries of silence with 3 viral sentences on Instagram, the world watched. Months later, she reappeared, not in royal robes, but in Paris couture, beside hip-hop's unlikely king, French Montana, on her finger, an 11.5-carat diamond that said it all. How do you go from heartbreak and scandal to the promise of a new fairy tale in less than a year? What's really behind this whirlwind romance, love, power, or destiny? This is Crown Buzz Channel. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for notifications. Let's begin. Born in 1994, Sheikha Mahra grew up in a world of privilege, being the daughter of Sheikh Mohammed, the ruler of Dubai. Unlike many royals, Mahra wasn't content to be a figurehead. She pursued higher education, studied international relations, developed a passion for horses, and even carved a role for herself as a philanthropist and cultural influencer. But with privilege came intense scrutiny. Her every move was shadowed by expectations. The perfect daughter of Dubai's ruling family. On the surface, her life looked like a glittering fairy tale, but behind palace walls, not everything was as serene as it seemed. In July 2024, Sheikha Mahra turned the carefully polished world of Dubai royalty upside down with a single social media post. On Instagram, where royals are usually seen sharing charity events, equestrian photos, or carefully staged glimpses of luxury, Mahra dropped a bombshell. She declared the end of her marriage not in whispers behind closed palace doors, but in the most direct and dramatic way possible. The Islamic triple talaq formula. Her words were blunt, raw, and shocking. Dear husband, I divorce you, I divorce you, I divorce you. Within minutes, screenshots were circulating on Twitter, tabloids scrambled to cover the story, and social media users across the Middle East and beyond were dissecting every word. While traditionally a phrase pronounced by men in Islamic law, Mahra's use of the triple talaq on Instagram was symbolic. For centuries, royal women were expected to remain silent, to endure quietly, to protect the image of the family above all else. But Mahra's post shattered that expectation. She had flipped the script and reclaimed her voice, publicly, boldly, and irreversibly. The impact was electric. Supporters hailed her as brave, finally showing that even a princess could stand up for herself in a male-dominated society. Critics, however, accused her of humiliating her family, of turning a private matter into a global spectacle. But Mahra didn't stop there. In a move that blended heartbreak with branding savvy, she launched a new perfume named Divorce. To some, it was a tongue-in-cheek joke. To others, it was a powerful statement of reinvention, a way of saying that endings could also be beginnings. Was it defiance, a carefully calculated PR strategy, or simply a cathartic cry from a woman tired of tradition? Whatever the truth, one thing was undeniable: Mahra had made herself impossible to ignore. In one viral moment, she transformed from dutiful royal into a global symbol of independence, for all the right and wrong reasons. Meanwhile, in another world entirely, Karim Karbouch, better known as French Montana, had been building a reputation of his own. At 40, the Moroccan-born Bronx-raised rapper had turned his outsider origins into a global brand. His hit Unforgettable went diamond. He collaborated with Drake, Cardi B, and The Weeknd. He was also known for his philanthropy, especially building hospitals and schools in Uganda. Their worlds couldn't have been more different, or so it seemed, but fate was about to tie their stories together. By October 2024, whispers began to circulate. French Montana had been spotted in Dubai. The tabloids ran pictures of camel rides, luxury hotel stays, and cozy dinners. Soon, Disneyland appearances fueled the rumors. The princess and the rapper, strolling like a normal couple. But here's where it gets complicated. Could a Dubai princess, freshly divorced and under the public eye, really fall for a rapper from the Bronx? Was it a publicity stunt, a rebound, or the beginning of something unexpected? The more the couple appeared together, the more the world leaned in. Then came Paris Fashion Week 2025, the dazzling stage where designers, celebrities, and royals collide in a blur of flashing cameras and couture gowns. Amid the velvet ropes and diamond-studded runways, a moment unfolded that stole the spotlight from even the most extravagant fashion houses. French Montana chose this stage to script his own fairy tale. In a gesture worthy of royal romance, he went down on one knee and presented an 11.53-carat emerald-cut diamond ring. Not just any ring, but a custom creation by luxury jeweler Mavani, and company valued at over $1.1 million, the stone was handpicked for its purity and brilliance. The design itself, sleek yet commanding, was described as rare, elegant, and utterly timeless. The engagement was formally confirmed in August 2025 through official press statements, but by then the tabloids had already exploded with speculation. Fashion journalists who witnessed the event reported that for a few minutes, the runway wasn't about clothes, but about love. A love that no one saw coming. For Sheikha Mahra, the moment was almost poetic. Barely a year earlier, she had broken the internet with her infamous divorce post just after the birth of her daughter. Now she was back in the headlines, but this time for a diamond that symbolized renewal rather than rupture. Social media buzzed with dramatic commentary. Was this destiny rewriting her story? Was the diamond ring a quiet statement that no scandal could define her future? From heartbreak to high fashion, Sheikha Mahra once again commanded global attention, this time for love rather than scandal. But here's the question nobody can stop asking. Is this love or reinvention? For Sheikha Mahra, the engagement represents more than a sparkling ring. It's a public rebirth after one of the most dramatic breakups the Gulf has ever seen. An Instagram post that broke centuries of silence around royal women and divorce. To go from those fiery words, I divorce you, I divorce you, I divorce you, to a new fiancé and a diamond worth over $1 million has given her the aura of resilience, even defiance. Supporters call it her ultimate triumph, a woman rewriting her destiny on her own terms. For French Montana, the stakes are just as high. A boy from Casablanca who grew up in the Bronx now finds himself stepping into royal circles. To his fans, it cements his transformation from hustler to global icon. But critics whisper, does this engagement mark true romance? Or a calculated move into international high society? The public remains divided. Some see a fairy tale, others warn of a cultural collision too stark to sustain. And lingering behind it all is the haunting question, what if that Instagram divorce had never happened? Would Mahra still be destined for this moment? Or would her story have been silenced into obscurity? The gossip mill hasn't stopped churning. Rumors swirl about where the wedding will be held, Paris, Dubai, or even New York. Some wonder if this is a calculated move, merging Arab royalty with American pop culture influence. Others believe it's simply two people in love, regardless of titles. But the larger question is what this means for the image of Dubai's royal family. Mahra's father, Sheikh Mohammed, has had his own controversies over the years. Does this engagement signal a new era of independence for Dubai's royal women? Or is it just a headline that will fade with time? As of now, no official wedding date has been set, but reports confirm that both families are supportive and involved. Whether the ceremony will be a quiet family affair or a lavish spectacle remains to be seen. One thing is certain, Sheikha Mahra has rewritten her story. From I divorce you to yes, I do, she's shown the world how quickly fate can turn. So what do you think? Is this the greatest royal comeback story of our time? Or a recipe for cultural collision? Would you forgive a heartbreak this public and step back into love so boldly? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Crown Buzz for more royal drama, untold scandals, and stories that keep you on the edge of your seat.